Episode 4134, Blaze Your Trail Together.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you're ready to saddle up your horses because today it's all about who you're sleeping with. Do you know him? Do you love him? It's time to blaze your trail together. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter. The Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, Inspiring Connection and Community. You know, when we get married, we bring dreams into the relationship. And we're like, yes. And we start, talking about them. And some of those dreams we built as a couple, right? Sitting across from each other at 2 a.m. talking about the life we wanted. I can remember being on a telephone with a cord attached, no cell phone. We didn't have text messaging back then. So it was all actual real communication. We'll just leave it at that. We'll leave the rest for another episode. But others, right, with those dreams, we brought our own into, right? The dreams we had before we ever said I do. Goals we were chasing long before we had a ring on our finger. No matter where you are, though, you can still blaze your trail together. And you see, this is what, I was thinking about this because for whatever reason, I had this song in my head and it just came to me like, well, why aren't we blazing trails better together? Let's have a Hallmark moment and let's go out for that horse ride together. And we're just going to go and we're going to find our way. And then we're going to end up in this beautiful pasture and everything is going to be absolutely perfect. We know that isn't real life. But for a moment, it feels really good, right? Because here's what we tend to forget. Marriage requires us to do life together. That's a really big word that we really forget. Not next to each other, not around each other, together. But somewhere between the wedding and the routine of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we get stuck thinking about ourselves. We chase our own goals. We manage our own stress. We carry our own dreams. And without meaning to, we leave our sweetheart standing a few steps behind us on the trail. Since you said I do, it's time to blaze your trail together. Now, I want you to think about how your marriage looks right now. Not what you'd say it looks like if someone asked you at church or the grocery store or at a community gathering, what it actually looks like when you come home on Thursday night. When date night's canceled on Sunday or Saturday or whenever your date night is. Maybe it's time together, but that time together, nope, it's wiped off the board for whatever reason that week. It's not happening. Are you the kind of couple who sits down and talks about dreams? Big ones, small ones? Do you even know right now what your spouse is hoping for a year from now? I'm asking that question for real. Like, do you know the answer to that? What about 5 years from now? Now, don't look at your age going, well, Christiane, 5 years from now is getting me closer to retirement. I don't know what my husband wants, but I know I don't want to work anymore. Well, have you talked to him about it? Right? And then what about the flip? Does your spouse know your dreams right now? What you're doing? What you have and where you're looking for 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now? Or has it become something quieter than that? You go do your thing. They do their thing. And you just come together for dinner. Two roommates who, happen to love each other, but running parallel lives instead of one shared life. Now, let me say this. There's no shame in landing on the second answer. Most marriages, if we're honest, and here we're going to be honest. You drift there. At some point, you're going to get there, not from a lack of love, but from a lack of intention. Did you hear me? Listen to that. If you get nothing else from this today, this is your point to pay attention to. So yes, hello, wake up. I know sometimes I fall asleep listening to my own episodes too. But seriously, right? We kind of doze off here. We go and we multitask and we're doing our dishes. No, I want to bring you back right here. Maybe you have drifted a little bit, okay? That's all right. It happens. But it doesn't happen because of a lack of love. It happens because of a lack of intention. Life is loud. The kids, your careers, the bills. Wait. Isn't there sleep involved somewhere? Food? Maybe? No. Somewhere in the noise, we quietly became me and you instead of us. The wedding where you said, I do, now we're supposed to be doing it together, better together. It feels disjointed because it is. But my friend, have no fear. You can still blaze your trail together. That is your Kiss to Keep It Simple strategy. Blaze your trail together. Because honestly, the good news is a trail can always be reblazed. Is that even a word? If not, I just made it up. You get a redo, right? You can have intention right now. It just takes a decision and then, well, a few practical steps, meaning you got to put yourself into action. So what does it look like in real life? Number 1, talk dreams out loud on purpose. Have conversation. You cannot build a life with someone whose dreams you don't know. Well, that's a pretty common sense statement, huh? But how often does that common sense statement get left behind? It's out there in the clouds somewhere. Why? Because you're not talking. So set aside actual time, not, whenever we get a free minute, because that minute rarely comes on its own. I know, ask my husband. He'll say, try to get a minute with my wife. We got 2 grandbabies now. Where do I come in line? Okay. That's somewhat of a joke, but not really. Okay. Depends on the season too. We're in a kind of strange season right now. And so sometimes our talks are not in person. They're on the phone. And it is what it is. We're not mad at each other. It's just he has a crazy life right now. I have a crazy life right now. We're doing it together, but it looks different. But I see the light at the end of the tunnel. What is it for you? Are you actually setting that time aside? Because if not, it's not going to come. And you've got to set it aside so you can ask each other the real questions. What do you want next year? And I'm not talking about Christmas. It's July and Christmas. I know. Have you seen all the sales out there? People are like, yes, Christmas in July. It's Christmas in July. Wait, it's actually Christmas in July. It's July 25th. It's Christmas in July. Merry July Christmas. I mean, that sounds strange, doesn't it? But everybody's pushing for it. So why not give yourself a Christmas present right now today? Unwrap that bow together and say, where do you want to be at the end of this year? Maybe you just need to start there. I have a really good friend who every year, him and his wife sit down. They're just precious. And what they do, happens the new year. Every new year, they stay up and they sit at the table and they write all these things down on index cards. What do you want to do? What are your dreams? All of this. And then they exchange it and they read it out loud to each other. And then they begin to plan what their first step is together for that new year. How cool is that? It's brilliant, right? Why aren't we doing that more often? Our families would look a lot different, for real. And I think sometimes we live in this world of not for real because of Instagram. I love social media. Not really. I do and I don't. I love the idea of connection, but honestly, what are we doing? We're just scrolling because now we've got AI doing this and now we're looking at stuff. I'm like, why would you look at something that was AI generated? I'm all for learning some things, okay? Don't get me wrong. If you like AI, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying, how do we use it thing, okay? We got to start first learning how to communicate with the one thing that God gave us, and that's our own voice. Marriages are failing because we don't talk to each other. Yeah. Talk about me being brutally honest. Let's wake up a little bit. And don't sit here and pretend everything's okay. Have those hard conversations. What do you want by the end of the year? If you're getting up there in age, when are you thinking about retirement? I mean, because if you're thinking 62 and your spouse is thinking 65, I mean, like there's a big difference. And maybe your spouse is thinking 85. Okay, I'm not saying that's really happening, but in some marriages it could be, right? Communication. What have you been afraid to say out loud? What would make you feel like this season was a win? I mean, what would that look like? How do you season your season? Like, what kind of spices do you want to use this year? As in, maybe a trip you take. Maybe you're going to go back to school because you just want to take some classes. Maybe you're going to finish up your degree. What is it for you? And then what is it for your spouse? And then what is it for each other? And this isn't a one-time conversation. Dreams shift. The dream you had at 25 isn't always a dream you'll have at 52. So keep asking, keep updating with intention. Proverbs 29 verse 18 says, where there is no vision, the people perish. A couple without shared vision isn't in danger of a dramatic ending. They're in danger of a slow drift. Talking dreams out loud is how you keep drifting from happening. Don't drift apart. Don't let it be easy. Because let me tell you, marriage is not easy. But it is one of the most beautiful gifts you have here on earth that God created for you. So treat it as such. Merry Christmas in July. Just saying. Number 2, make room for each other's trail, not just your own. Blazing a trail together doesn't mean you have identical dreams. It means you make room for your spouse's path the same way you make room for your own. So if you want to go back to school or change careers or start something new, start a business, whatever it is, or simply grow in a way that inconveniences your schedule, that's not competition. That's the assignment. And this is where a lot of couples quietly fail each other, not through betrayal, but through indifference, right? They're not seeing eye to eye. One person's growth gets sidelined because it's inconvenient, and eventually resentment moves in where partnership used to be, right? 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. Go check out Ecclesiastes 4 verses 9 and 10. Being married means your spouse's dream is now your responsibility to help carry, not just tolerate. If your spouse isn't willing to listen to your dreams, you got a bigger problem. And I mean that genuinely. Sharing life together, sharing your dreams together, that doesn't mean that you're doing absolutely everything together. My husband has dreams and I have dreams. Some of our dreams cross. They come together, and others, no. He has some of his, I have some of mine. There's nothing wrong with that. But guess what? I support him in his, and he does the same in mine. What does it look like in your everyday, right now? Do you feel supported? Are you supported? Have you even given each other a chance to talk about this? Because I would encourage you to do so. And if nothing else, get a box. This is a brilliant idea. Are you ready? Here we go. It's Christmas in July. Just do it. It'll be fun. So get a box. If you got Christmas paper, wrap it up. Maybe you already have a Christmas box, so you don't have to take time to wrap it. Put a bow on it. Okay, I didn't say put anything in it. I said put a bow on it. Take it with you. Go somewhere where just the 2 of you can get together. I mean, it doesn't have to be where you spend money, by the way, okay? Maybe it's going to the park, wherever. But I want you to take the gift with you. Remember that gift, there's nothing in the box, right? You remember that? Okay. So you just have this box. I want you to sit down And at some point during the conversation, I just want you to set the box out in front of your spouse or between the two of you. And the response is going to be, what's that? Okay, number one, it has Christmas paper on it. And if you do it today, it's Merry Christmas in July. So you can say that, Merry July Christmas, or Merry Christmas in July, whatever you want to say. And the puzzled look will come upon the face, and he'll be like, okay, I don't get this. And then you could say, open it. And they open it. It doesn't have to be taped. You don't have to have it unwrapped. Just make it a simple box. So you open it up. There's nothing in there. That's the whole point, right? There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. And say, I know, today I want to fill it. Pretty powerful, huh? I want to fill it with our dreams. I want to fill it with the next thing we're going to do in our next 10 to 20 years. But we start with right now. Right now. Where are we going to go by the end of July? What does it look like at the end of August? And then get to the end of 2026 and then move into the next year, into 3 or 5 years, into 10 years. And depending upon where you are with your age, obviously you can work in major elements. If you already know that things are happening in your family, maybe you have a wedding that's coming up or someone's going to give birth, right? When you have some major elements, then you can work those into the conversation too. But why not take an empty box and fill it with your dreams together? Blaze your trail together. And finally, number 3, walk in step, even when the pace feels different. Trails aren't blazed at the exact same stride. One of you may move faster in a season with more energy or clarity or momentum, right? And it's, whoa, yes, I'm going. And the goal isn't matching pace perfectly. The goal is staying connected while the movement is happening, while it's going. And that means you got to check in, slowing down when your spouse needs you to, speeding up when they need encouragement to catch a vision you already see. It means neither of you disappears so far ahead or falls so far behind that you lose sight of each other on the path. You still want to be able to hear each other. Hey, I love you. I love you too. Right? You got to know each other. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, you know it, go together. Correct. That's how the saying goes. My friend, marriage was never designed for speed. It was designed for distance. The trail is still yours to blaze, but you get to choose. Nobody hands a married couple a finished map. It'd be nice to have this whole thing of, oh, wait, here you go. What do you think? No, you create that path as you go. Through career changes, through kids, through hard years, and even the easy ones. The question isn't whether you'll have to do the work of building a life together, because you will. The question is whether you'll do it side by side or as two people who happen to share an address. Do you want to be in partnership for life? Saying, I do, so we do? Or is it one of those things where it's like, no, it's all right. We're two ships just passing in the night. I hope it's the first one. Because since you said I do, you already made the choice to walk this out together. So put in the work. Today is just another chance to actually live it. Why not get that empty box and fill it with what matters? Sit down. Ask the questions. Make the room. Match the step. See what dreams can be made together as you blaze your trail together. Go in peace. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit CreateYourNow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.